Hello. So, it is time for the final week of UBL Season 12. This week, we're up against Eris, Big E, and yeah, it feels it's weird because we're going into this last week and there's no there's no guarantee we make playoffs. There's a chance, but it's small. It's a really small chance. Which what I decided to do, by the way, because there is a chance, I'll be doing something after the video, not like post-match, tacked onto the end. Whether that's if we don't make it and I give my thoughts on the team, or if we do make it and talk about what I'm hoping for in playoffs, and we'll go from there. But for now, we got Eris, and to even have a chance at making playoffs, we've got to beat them first. And their team's pretty solid. They've got Okapon Cornerstone, Blaziken, Milotic, Oranguru, Bellybolt, Copper Raja, Dracloak, Sylveon, Iron Jugulus, Oros, I forgot the name of that Pokemon, and Alolan Meowth. So, yeah, really, a lot of really strong Pokemon. Like, there's kind of the big five, like, towards the front, like the A's and the Milotic and Cornerstone, like Blaziken, Sylveon, and Jugulus. That all have to be respected. And then there's kind of the Trick Room stuff with Oranguru, Bellybolt, and Copperaja. Pokemon they've utilized quite well this season, despite their record. Like in the games that they've played, they've used those Pokemon quite well. So yeah, not to be underestimated. And also Sylveon kind of functions in Trick Room as well. And then they've got the fast stuff with the Okapon Cornerstone, which I know how good that Pokemon is. Blaziken, and Iron Jugulus as well, and then Milotic can be just generally quite annoying, depending on what it brings. I do generally have, like, try to avoid water types being an issue, especially one that can set up like Milotic, but I have ways to deal with it. I actually put too much priority in an earlier build of this team into trying to deal with Milotic, and when re-evaluating it, I actually went back and made some changes. I was going to record the team builder, and then I was recording it, and I was like, wait, no, I want to think about this more. So I went to work because that's when I usually think about my teams most, is when I go to work. I've got nothing else better to do, so I started. Well, I didn't say I was putting things on a shelf, and I was like, what feels wrong about this team? And I'll be able to explain that up a little bit more once we get into the team. But yeah, things to consider. Iron Jugulus is going to be the fastest Pokemon in this matchup because of the potential boost of speed that will outspeed our Iron Treads. Sylveon can do massive damage, and if left unchecked will be an issue. Same with a lot of their Pokemon as well. At speed control, they've got the fastest Tailwinder, but they've also got a really slow Trick Room mode. So they've kind of got the benchmarks between. So yeah, it's going to be really tricky to manage. So for our team, I've chosen to actually lead Mienshao here with Fake Out, Feint, Close Combat, and U-Turn. Now, part of the reason for this is because I don't know whether they want to go for a fast mode or a slow mode, or if they want to go for Trick Room, or if they want to try and set up Tailwind with Jugulus, or if they want to do Follow Me stuff. I figured just, you know what, let's just lead Mienshao. Because originally Mienshao was kind of a 6th mon on this team, and then the more I thought about it, was like, the more I kind of like Mienshao as a lead, mostly because of U-Turn. So, Close Combat does great breaking, which with Sash, Adamant, Max Attack, Max Speed. The only thing that we don't outspeed, that we would outspeed if we're Jolly, is Dracloak, so I'm not too worried about that. If it comes up, so be it. But yeah, I feel really solid about Mienshao, especially because of Feint. I haven't used Feint very much in draft ever. So combined with our other lead, we can actually Ogerpon Cornerstone even if they go for Spiky Shield turn 1, with the combination of Feint and the follow-up move to break the Spiky Shield. So, of course, Close Combat will do massive damage into anything slower than it. We've got Terra Fighting. I don't ever expect to Terra Mian Xiao, but if we need an even stronger Close Combat, that is an option that we have. And then U-turn is great pivoting, because if they do want to go for a slower mode, we can U-turn on out. Because, what's it called? Oranguru has inner focus, so it can't be faked out. So, I just want to be able to get out of there and go into something a bit bulkier and slower, because we're going to be bringing some bulky and slower stuff in the back, at least for game 1, until I figure out what I kind of want to do. So, then, the lead pair of it, at least for game 1, is going to be, Iron Treads. Now, obviously we don't outspeed, Iron Jugulus, but if it is a speed boost at Iron Jugulus, it actually cannot OHKO us with Flamethrower / Earth Power. I suppose they could OHKO us Fire Blast, but that also risks them going for Fire Blast. Regardless, we have a Terra out of it just in case. We can Terra out into Electric, and we're doing that because we're actually running Supercell Slam, along with our stabs of Iron Head and High Water Power, and Glass Beam Protect. So, Terra Electric Supercell Slam actually has a shot at OHKOing a non-physically defensive Milotic, which is really cool. So that's part of the reason for it, and I wanted to go with this just to have more pressure into Milotic. So, but otherwise, Iron Head plus Feint, if they run 4 HP / 4 defense, has like is a 1 in 16 to KO. Sorry, not 1 in 16. It's a 15 out of 16 to KO. Because I literally just did the calc and finished off the team just to make sure. So Feint does 11 damage, and then Iron Head does a minimum of 144. If they run 4 defense, there's a 1 in 16 chance it does 140 instead. And if they run 1 more HP, then they go to 156 instead of 155 HP. So then there's that 1 in 16. But also Feint can do 12 damage, so there's like that as well. But you know, schematics, mathematics. Sorry, I'm also kind of tired because I got in from work like 20 minutes ago. So it's a lie, it's like 40 minutes. But yeah, this is our planned lead, at least for game 1, because other than Jugulus, this will other than Speed Boost to Jugulus, this outspeeds everything and will do great damage and a ton of different things, such as Blaziken, because even if they're Speed Boost to Blaziken, and they go for a Protect and, you know, get their Speed Boost, we're still faster, we can OHKO that thing with high horsepower, that's great. We're faster than Ogerpon Cornerstone, that's great. Faster than Tauros, that's great. You know, all these great things. And can do massive damage into all of them. So, yeah, that's the idea. From there, we'll go with the last fast Pokemon on the team, which is Scarf Basculegion. We're Adamant Scarf on physical this time. I wanted to go physical because I wanted the consistency of just like being. This is planned to be never at all front, it's planned to be in the back, and as a result, you know, that means Last Respects is more likely to be good. So, I've just got enough speed to outspeed their fastest Pokemon, which will be the Ogerpon Cornerstone. So, we outspeed that. I could have gone Jolly Scarf, like Jolly Max Speed or something along those lines to try and catch an Adamant Blaziken, but I want to make sure I've got the power. We've got Liquidation, Last Respects, Flip Turn, and Aqua Jet. I think these are probably the best moves on Scarf. You might question Aqua Jet on a Scarf set, but there's things like the Jugulus, which can outspeed us. If Blaziken gets too many speed boosts, that will outspeed us. We've got the Terra Water for even stronger, like water moves, because Last Respects, like, it's going to be clicking into things and most likely killing them, because if I'm clicking it, there's going to be at least 1 Mon dead, probably 2, so yeah, that's the reason for that. Otherwise, the bulks just kind of split out, just for general bulk. the defense is lower than the special defense, so I figured I'd put a bit more bulk into that. Nothing specific, just general bulk. So yeah, that's the last fast Pokemon. But then we kind of go into the slower stuff. So next up I want to talk about Mesprit, because Mesprit's kind of an interesting one. So Mesprit was a Pokemon that, it was actually the Pokemon that made me stop the team builder. The first one anyway that you're not going to see, because this was a much more support-oriented set, and it still is a support-oriented set. It's a Trick Room support Pokemon with the Citrus Berry, Terra Poison for probably just like the general best Terra, I suppose, just because then it's only weak to Psychic. There's a Levitate, which is great. And then we got Mystical Power, Calm Mind, Helping Hand, and Trick Room. Now originally it didn't have Calm Mind, and originally Mystical Power wasn't even on the set. It was like Psychic Noise. It was like a toss-up between Psychic Noise and Psyshock, and then just Protect, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is our Trick Room support Pokemon. And then I kind of looked at it and went, wait a minute, what am I doing with this? If this isn't like setting up Trick Room or using exactly Helping Hand, it's not doing anything. So I wanted to reevaluate it, because originally on this team there was a Raikou. That's ended up getting swapped out. But the idea with the Raikou was it could deal damage, but then also be supportive with like Electro Web, and Eerie Impulse, and it also had Helping Hand. Like, it was really solid for that purpose. But this kind of just didn't really feel right. I was like, I don't want just a pure support Trick Room Pokemon. And then I thought, well, what if I just give it Calm Mind? Because then it can't just be ignored. Calm Mind and Mystical Power, essentially making it so that, you know, it can't be ignored. Eventually you have to kill it. So, yeah, we're going with this Calm Mind set again, I suppose. But the focal point isn't to Calm Mind. Its priority number one is to be a Trick Room supporter. If they want to go with Tailwind and faster stuff, we can set up Trick Room. This will almost certainly be coming in Game 1, because I don't know if they want to go for Trick Room or Tailwind. Obviously, I'll be able to tell more at Team Preview, but, you know, Esprit's just generally solid. But then also has that threat of, oh, you give me a Calm Mind and a Mystical Power boost, and, you know, suddenly I'm very much threatening, even with little to no special attack investment. All the investment mainly went into the bulk. The physical side is to take 2 Life Orb Iron Heads from Copperaja. It can knock off, and that will mess up everything, but you know, then it's going for knockoff, and so be it. But then the special defense list is take 2 modest max special attack Hyper Voices from Sylveon. And then with both of those, our Citrus Berry will proc and will get up to, like, you know, 26 HP, or 26% HP, which is great. So, and then just a little bit of special attack, and then min speed, in case they don't run any speed on Sylveon, because I think Sylveon hits like 80 speed, I want to say, if they run like 31 IVs and not on minus speed nature. So we'll be slower than it in Trick Room. We won't be slower than things like Bellibolt and Copperaja, but we will at least be slower than things like Sylveon, which is nice. And maybe Oranguru. I think Oranguru is 60, but I imagine that would be speed regardless. So, and I suppose its partner in crime, Chestnut. AV Chestnut here with the bulk initially going into being able to at least take 1 Specs Terra, not Specs Terra Fairy, but Specs Hyper Voice from Sylveon, just so we can take the 1 with the Assault Vest. But otherwise, this generally does really nicely into both Copperaja and Bellibolt, because Bellibolt's only moves are Water and Electric, so it's really not going to do much damage into us. And then Copperaja can play rough at the best thing, but that won't OHKO us, and then we'll be able to go for a nice Drain Punch back and regain a lot of that health, which is really, really nice. On top of that, we've got Seed Bomb, High Horsepower, and Iron Head. Iron Head is mostly for Sylveon, and High Horsepower generally does just really nice damage, especially to Bellibolt. So, and then Seed Bomb's there for Milotic. So, yeah. We've got Terra Steel, just because, It's generally nice. We want to be able to resist Fairy for the most part. It's going to be the main type that's going to probably be coming for Chestnut. I guess that's all Fire, but I don't even know, unless it's like a Light Bulb, I don't even think Flare Blitz kills us from Blaziken. So, yeah, just because Chestnut's super bulky. So, that's the idea, just like, this is kind of going to be our slow Pokemon of choice. Is we're kind of going with this 3 fast and 3 bulky mons kind of deal. And that's going to be kind of where things end up with our last Pokemon, Suicune. So initially this was a Raikou, and I had to like reconsider like just how I was thinking about the team and how I was thinking about the matchup. I ended up going with this Suicune because I was just like thinking through, and I was like, is this Raikou the right thing to bring? And then I thought about it, I was like, well, what else could I bring? I was like, I actually don't like Entei in this matchup. It doesn't really do a lot. It gets outsped up by things and killed. And can't really do a lot of damage. Can't support well. Because I don't want to be bringing Snarl. I don't want to be bringing Snarl into a team with Milotic. That's like a bad idea. So I was like, that doesn't really work. If the offensive or supportive, it doesn't quite work. Enamorous, similar deal with Ogerpon Cornerstone complicating things with those two specifically. Then there's like Spiritomb, which, you know, that's Spiritomb, and Scatterbug, which, you know, that's Scatterbug. So I kind of left between Suicune and Raikou, and so I kind of had to think, like, do I want a fast offensive mon that's supportive, or do I want a slower bulky mon that's supportive? One's a bulkier form of speed control on the fast side, while Raikou is on the faster side, but also could be speed control. And I settled on Suicune. I decided Suicune was better, because I figured if they don't bring Jugulus for whatever reason, then we can set Tailwind, and we can win in a fast mode. But also the other thing you notice is we are also running Calm Mind along with Scald and Protect as our last moves. So we're going with double Calm Mind. Our only special attackers are Calm Mind set up. Last week I tried to do Calm Mind with Mesprit, but I tried to make that my only win condition. This time I've got 2 different ones with 2 defensive terrors, and I think I can judge better what they want to try and do to win, or to counter these setup threats. And plus, last time Mesprit was just a Calm Mind sweeper, that's all it did. But this time it's also a Trick Room support Pokemon that also can buff the partner, and Suicune can, it doesn't have the helping hand, it's got Protect because this is the leftovers. But it can, you know, it can go for Scalds, which at +1, Scalds are going to do decent chunks regardless. And then potentially that could be a damage control with the burns, which would be nice. So I've just decided to go with, like, wait, instead of trying to force a set-up Pokemon to win in the end, let's make these 2 Pokemon generally good support Pokemon, but also give them the option to set up in the end if the opportunity arises. So, if I see, like, okay, wait, I can take out the counters to these Pokemon, and then set up with them in the end, then maybe that's the thing, because I don't plan on leading Suicune. Like I say, I've got a set lead for Game 1, you know, and then things might change from there, but for the most part, my plan is to go with, like, Suicune in the back, potentially, and then, like, set up a later Tailwind, depending on what kind of setup, what sort of speed control they want to go for, but then, you know, potentially Calm Mind as well. The EVs here, pretty much max HP, max defense, lets us live 1 Jolly Power Whip from Ogerpon, which is great. Tad a bit of speed so that in Tailwind, we do still outspeed a +1 Blaziken, +1 speed Blaziken that is. And then the rest went into special defense just to help get up the Calm Minds initially if we need to, and then the, you know, the special attack because that's what was left over. because we're investing 5 stats. Whereas Mesprit is only investing in 4 stats because I'm not putting 4 in attack or 4 in speed. It won't let me put 4 in speed because it doesn't do anything. Won't let me put 4 in attack either. Just won't let me put 4 in anything. I guess I have to put like IPs in attack, so that should do something. Anyway, that's the team. The final week. It actually kind of reminds me of my first week team. Not all the Pokemon are the same at all, but kind of like the similar philosophy of like I'm gonna be leading Mienshao plus something else. With like Trick Room support with, you know, Chestnut, Suicune as an option. I don't know, it reminds me of that, but like kind of the evolution of what the team's become. And yeah, that's gonna be the team. We're playing late today. I'm gonna get some sleep. And wish us luck. Because we win, we have a chance at playoffs. We're 4-4, but we are the best 4-4 differential-wise. We're like 4-4 plus 5 or something like that. Plus 5 or plus 6. Our differential's insane for a 4-4. But so if we win, we're the best 5-4, and there's a chance we make playoffs. It's slim, but there's a chance. So, but we've got to win this one first. Probably doesn't matter how much we win by. Probably can still be a 2-1 and still have a shot at playoffs. But we do need to win. So, I'll see you guys for the match. Alright, this is it. Let's do this. So busy putting up an account. There we go. Okay, no hydrate. God, not hydration. I forgot to put it on best of 3. Alright, so it's more likely Trick Room. They did bring the Fire Water Grass. So that actually changes what I want to do a little bit. Like, do I just want to... I mean, just getting big damage off is still fine. But it definitely means we want Mesprit and Chestnut in the back. 100%. It is Ogerpon Milotic. Well, I'm glad I kind of went with this lead. Right, let's take out this Ogerpon. Nice. It is Flame Orb. Ugh. Alright, how much would this do? Because I'm kind of just thinking maybe just try and ignore the thing. This is Oranguru. It's against like a max HP set. A double up should take it out. Just deny them Trick Room. Just, yeah, they go for Terror Fighting, just trying to live, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna click buttons. They can only take out one. If they didn't protect it, I'm assuming it's Assault Vest. I think regardless, they're going to see my 4. So I'm just going to go into the one that kind of reveals less info. Like, I'll just I don't even want to U-turn and reveal it. I'll just go for Mystical Power and Seed Bomb. Game is trying to make me lose. But I don't think it's enough. Game is trying really hard to make me lose. Okay, there we go. We hit a Mystical Power. Alright. And let me grab this. Right. Well, they wanted to go Trick Room and I just started beating them in the face. So I wonder if they're gonna change up their strategy to maybe include Blaziken. But to be fair, like, the Pokemon they didn't bring also lose to the Treads. So I really don't know what they do. I didn't even Terror. Like, I really feel like I have no reason to switch it up. So I can't deny Trick Room. That's something I can't do. But, what I kind of want to do is go for Fake Out, and then High Horsepower just do a ton of damage. Like, it's not going to kill. They're going to get out Trick Room. But the thing is, I can take out this Ogerpon now. With close combat. Because I'm slower than it. And I can put them kind of in, like, just, they've got 2 turns. The only problem is my Pokemon in the back don't have Protect. But yeah, live on Sash, go for CC, definitely takes it out. And then High Horsepower doesn't get the roll. Unfortunate. Milotic, that's interesting. I'll attempt to U-turn here. And I'm just gonna go for a Protect. Actually, do I just try and take the damage while I can get it? Because, like, I have the Supercell Slam. They reveal Scald Recover? They have Protect as well. I'm worried about going for a Supercell Slam into that. No, I want to be stalling turns of Trick Room here. They burn themselves. And I think I just start calm minding. I can switch out here. And they do have Yawn, which is annoying. No burns is much appreciated. We know the full set, so I want to see if I can just get the thingy off. I don't really want Serenity to go to sleep. I'm going to go back to Treads, and I'm going to take out this thing. I assume... Okay, well, Treads was doing 40... Yeah, so that's... Yeah, so this should kill. Yeah. Go back to full. Alright, good to know they have haze. Really, really good to know they have haze. They haven't terrored, so I'm gonna protect to scout for a terror. And because it's Scald, Haze, Recover, like, I think I need to do this. They're really giving so quickly. Like, breaking this Milotic is not the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Supercell Slam. Pray that I hit. I'll die here, but then I think... I did nothing, what? And I'm not faster. I don't think it's GG yet. Because I'm not faster than a normal Sylveon. I mean, I'll attempt. Okay. I get my +1, and I guess they can't outscale it. But I can miss. Yeah, and there's a burn. I was going to say, I've definitely missed more mystical powers than I've hit. I might lose just because of it, honestly. Yeah. I missed one mystical power, and it stopped me from killing this Milotic. I didn't expect that to do so little. Why I was worried about the Milotic. If I'd gone for Terra Electric, it would have done it. I mean, it's not like I can bring another... I mean, there is. There is another Pokemon I can bring. But that will require me to live through Trick Room, essentially. That's or I just try and reverse it. So I'm definitely leading Jackie. The question is, do I lead Tank or Serenity? I think I lead Tank, and I'm probably terroring it. I'm bringing the fish in the back for that late game. I'm going late game fish. That is a Blaziken. Not a Pokemon I'm a fan of seeing here. I guess that I imagine they're not going for Trick Room then. You gotta run Protect on Blaziken, but I suppose it's now a mind game of do I click Fake Out or Feint, right? I'm going to be clicking Fake Out, and I think I'm going to be just switching it out into Serenity. Because I don't want to all in and try and go for Fake Out or Feint, and then it not work out in my favor. So, okay, they don't Protect. They do Trick Room, but they've got a Speed Boost Blaziken here, which, I mean, that's fine for me, right? I mean, that's one less Pokemon I have to deal with. I assume Mystical Power kills, it might not, but, like, Fake Out did a ton. 74% min. Ugh. Why me and Shell Fake Out did... Okay, yeah, that's about right. God. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Live on Sash. We get it, which is really nice. And then we get to U-turn on out, do big damage, and bring back in our tank. It's Sylveon. We go for Terra Steel. Even if they go for Terra Blast Fire, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I might live. I guess my neutral ground plays actually go for the... I can't take out Oranguru, can I? Too healthy. I guess I've got what's it called, right? I've got Helping Hand. Helping Hand should be able to do it. Yeah, so I'll Terra Steel and I'll Brain Punch, I guess. I actually don't remember who was slower. My thingy is actually slower. Okay. So I guess I'll go for Seed Bomb and I'll go for Helping Hand. Make sure I Terra. Nice. And this time I've got a different answer to you. Oh dear. The thing is, I imagine this time they're gonna go for Terrifier. So I'm gonna go for the high horsepower. And I guess I go for mystical power. I got the read right. And I missed! Aim! Well, I don't think it matters. This time I do think it's GG. Drain Punch. And mystical power. Go for it again. I'll double up the thingy. Yeah, so tank goes down. And this time, it is GG. Oh, and we didn't even need the fish. Actually, just using Terror for once. But, yeah, that will do it. We end up winning out here. Thank you, Mianchel. Thank you. Oh, dear. We got there in the end. Took a little bit of doing. And even if one of these went down, which I assume they would scold Mian Xiao, then we've got 150 base power, adamant last respects coming for that thing's throat. And it was not going to survive that onslaught. So, GG's Eris. We've done what we can to make playoffs, and I will see you guys for the after thing here, whether that's me talking about the upcoming plans for playoffs, if we make it, or if we do a recap of the team. So, see you guys for that.